Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Asha Edu Class. Today we are going to discuss the questions and answers of Chapter 1 3 questions. Comprehension check. Question 1. Why did the king want to know answers to 3 questions? Answer. The king wanted to know answers of his 3 questions because he wanted to be a successful ruler. Question 2. Messengers were sent throughout the kingdom. First, to fetch wise men. Second, to find answers to the questions. Third, to look for the wise hermit. Fourth, to announce a reward for those who could answer the questions. Answer. Second, to find answers to the questions. Comprehension check. Complete the following sentences by adding the appropriate parts of the sentences given in the box. Answer. First, many wise men answered the king's questions, but their answers were so varied that the king was not satisfied. Second, someone suggested that there should be a council of wise men to help the king act at the right time. Third, someone else suggested that the king should have a timetable and follow it strictly. Fourth, the king requested the hermit to answer 3 questions. Fifth, the king washed and dressed the bearded man's wound, but the bleeding would not stop. Working with the text. Answer the following questions. Question 1. Why was the king advised to go to the magicians? Answer. Some of the wise men thought that in order to decide right time for doing something, one must look into the future, and only magicians were able to do that. So, they advised the king to go to the magicians. Question 2. In answer to the second question, whose advice did the people say would be important to the king? Answer. In answer to the second question, some people suggested to seek advice of counselors, the priest or the doctors or the soldier. Question 3. What suggestions were made in answer to the third question? Answer. For the third question, some people said science was the most important business, while there were others who believed it was fighting, and then there were those who believed religious worship should take the first place. Question 4. Did the wise men win the reward? If not, why not? Answer. No, the wise men didn't win the reward because their answers were so different from each other, and king was not satisfied with their answers. Question 5. How did the king and the hermit help the wounded man? Answer. The king washed the wound and covered the wound of the man with his handkerchief, and kept on dressing it until the bleeding stopped completely. The king also offered the wounded man water to drink. The hermit helped the king to bring the wounded man inside his hut and allowed the man to spend his night in the hut. Question 6. Who was the bearded man? Why did he ask for the king's forgiveness? Answer. The bearded man was an enemy of the king. He wanted to take revenge of his brother's death by killing the king and taking away all his property. The bearded man asked for the king's forgiveness because he wanted to kill the king, but the king has saved his life. He was grateful to the king now. Question 7. The king forgave the bearded man. What did he do to show his forgiveness? Answer. The king showed his forgiveness by promising the man that he would send his doctor and servants to look after him, and also promised to return him all his property. Question 8. What were the hermit's answers to the 3 questions? Write each answer separately. Which answers do you like the most and why? Answer. The most important time, the hermit said, is our present because it is the only moment when we have the power to act. The most important person at a moment is we ourselves because the future is unknown and we don't know whether we will meet anyone in the future or not. So, we should listen to ourselves. The most important business is to be kind and good to others because we have been sent in this world to serve this noble cause. I like the third answer the most because helping someone in need is like serving God. It makes us a good person and brings a sense of satisfaction and contentment. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon.